Hello to the 5 people watching this. This is my version of my complicated control board. Just gotta go up here and turn on the power, which should turn on the lights. The power also turns on, well, power to the secondary systems. It's not really necessary, but it's more just for roleplay, kind of. So, this is my machine. This is how to work on the machine, how to use the display, the ship's functions, and yeah, let's get started. So first, you're going to want to input into the primary system. You're going to want to input your coordinates into the primary system, I should say. So right now what we're going to do is, let's make a smiley face, I guess. So we're going to have this light, this light, this light, this light, this light, and that light all lit up. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? It's not what I meant to do. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one lit up. Just because that's easier. Okay then. So first, we're going to want to put the eyes in. So that means we're going to want one. Yeah, the coordinates on this are a bit weird. The x coordinate is normal. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Signs up there. It's normal. It goes from left to right. The y coordinates, they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was just the way it happened to work in the wirings. And it take a lot of just figuring out and just configuring with the system that I really don't want to do to fix that. So that's just how it's going to stay for now. So first we're going to want these two, so we're going to have to put 1 as our y, 3 and 5 as our x. So x, going to want 3, and our x in the primary input. You can see up there we have 3. Push that down to y. Input that. There we go. Now, oh no, that was not what I meant to do. I need to reset. This is the reset circuit. It resets all of the XY coordinates. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, this top one indicates when there's been X coordinate input. The bottom one indicates when there's been a Y coordinate input. So we have 5 and 3. Now we need 1 for Y. And this one, this torch turns off when there is a coordinate, there's an X and a Y coordinate that's ready to be put to the display. So you see, now all we have to do, secondary input circuit, we're just putting it to the display. There we go. Now, let's reset that. Now we need, let's put those 3 down. Actually no, let's just put those 2, so that is 2 and 6 on the 3rd Y coordinate. So 3, yeah, Y. Okay, that is 3. Now, we need 2 and 6, right? By the way, the 1 through 7, they correspond to binary inputs. This is 1, this is 2, 1, 0, 3, 1, 1, 4, 1, 0, 0, 6, 1, 1, 0, so on and so forth. So we need 2 chips. There we go. Just 2, there we go. And put that in. Now we need 6. Yep. Go and input that. There we go. Now I just need those 3. Reset primary circuit, which doesn't affect that. And we need 3, 4, and 5 on 4th x coordinate. 3 on x, 4 and 5. There we go. Switch that on 4th one. There we go. That should be good. Yeah. Just there we go. And you don't need to put the signs there, just put that there just to signify, help me figure out where the lamps need to be. Anyway, there's our smiley face. Now, another thing I can show off is, oh wait, yeah, this is the secondary reset circuit. Put that down for a little bit. Everything clears away. So, disable the orange circuit. I'll show you exactly what the orange circuit does when we go into the back. This is the main maintenance door. But for now, what it'll show you is that it allows us to do this. Let's see, 1, 2. Maybe you can figure out what it does from just me flipping these levers. But anyway, allows us to do that. We can X, Y. Now that to the display. And there you have it. That is not right. And if you guys have seen the earlier videos with me showing this off just without me talking, you'll know why that is, but I actually did break a slightly different circuit this time. So reset primary system, disable the disabler that disables the orange circuit. Reset that. This is always fun to watch. It just goes across. Okay. Follow those up. And now it's off to diagnostics. However you say that. Here. Now, I still need to put signs in that explain this function. Reminder, please do not diagnose multiple systems at once or when selector levers are activated. What the sign that I did not put in, and I might actually do that right now, is or when ships functions are good. There we go. When selector levers are activated or when ship's functions are activated, this whole row of lights will be off, and if you start a diagnostics, it will start blinking and it'll start, alarms will blare, and it's just a terrible thing. Just do not have, especially ship's functions. That is the worst. You do not want that. It'll break the whole system. So what we can do is a full system diagnostic rather than testing each individual system. This right here is a progress bar. That shows when a light turns on, it shows that it's working. We have power systems, diagnostic system 1, test the reset circuit 1 and the input circuit 1. Diagnostic system 2 is the reset circuit 2 and the input circuit 2 and the power system. And this is just the brake system, the BC. The reason that turns off is the brake circuit has to turn off the power to make sure that's working. Power comes back on really quick. And so as we can see, the IC2, the input circuit 2, is not working. Now, sometimes full system diagnostic can be a little finicky. Sometimes it shows that things are not working when actually they are. So, we watch them all turn off, and we can do this. This bottom light shows that tripping on my own words. It shows when the diagnostic system starts, and the stop light shows when it ends. So we can see power system and our RC2 is working, but IC2 is not working because it is not lit up. We have a maintenance hatch right here that goes to the outside, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the main maintenance door, it's much cooler. So all we have to do, this light right here shows when diagnostic is in process. A diagnostic is in progress, not process. And it also serves as a doorbell. This, I have plans for that, but currently it does not work. So, I have in here 3 books, in case one of them gets lost. For ship's functions, the first is the safe room, we'll go to that later. Second is turn off secondary system alarm, get to that later again. Third is disable all lights, that's just self-explanatory, but it does not turn off power. And the 7 is main store. 4, 5, and 6 currently don't really do anything, but that'll probably change when I start adding more features onto this whole place. Okay, so we need to activate ship's functions. Go 7, make sure the disable orange circuit isn't active. This light right here will go on when it is active. And input to primary circuit. The ship's functions do not need the secondary system at all. This is to help bypass the brake circuit. Also, if the brake circuit is stuck on, you can use this right here. Disable RCX1. Basically, that's a fancy way of saying it will allow ship's functions to bypass any brake circuit that is going on. So this is the whole contraption in its whole. Super, just way too overcomplicated for its own good. Now, the light that was off was 1-1, and that is this light right here. And yeah, you can see there's a redstone dust missing right there. Now, I did break that for the purpose of showing you how to use the diagnostic system and how it works. Currently, the diagnostic system will test this purple line, the yellow line, the red line, blue line, and blue line, as well as all of these gray lines right here, up until they reach this piston. That is a extremely important circuit right there, which I will explain later. That is the secondary system's failure alarm, which has saved me on more than one occasion. These controls, this is the door button, opens the door for a short amount of time. Door switch, it's a lever, opens the door however long you want it. It's self-explanatory. Disable secondary alarm, automatic door switch. Again, that has to do with the yellow circuit, which I pointed out earlier. Okay. Well, now that we've fixed that, reset primary. Yeah, go. That is the safe room. That is part of the ship's functions, which I will definitely get to later. So that's actually pretty fun. So let's test it. You might be able to hear a note block in the distance. That is just the alarm that a diagnostic is in progress, and you shouldn't do anything up there while it's in progress. That's odd. It still says IC2 is broken. This time I am actually going to use this just because it's easier. I wonder why that is. It has been a bit finicky lately. This has not activated, which is curious. Aha, there was something wrong. This is a redstone dust. That actually I completely forgot that I did. I just replaced it with a redstone dust just unknowingly. See, that's why you need the diagnostic system. That I did not put in intentionally. That's why the diagnostic system is super helpful. So you don't have to go in meticulously into each and every redstone dust and see what's wrong. This way, you can just know what's wrong off the brim, and if your diagnostic system isn't working, well, good luck. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, power system was working, you know that. Yay, IC2 is working and RC2 is working now. That is cool. Everything's good, everything's working. So now, if we use the disable orange circuit lever as I used before, do this, boom, boom, X, Y, there we go, and yep, there we go, still works. This does get really laggy on behalf of it being super overly complicated. I definitely could have made this so much smaller using so many just redstone techniques and just different designs. But the thing is, when I encountered something wrong with this design, I more didn't create a new design, I just made another redstone circuit going off of it to help bypass that. I just kind of added on and added on until it worked. So that's why it's a bit uh, complicated. And it was fun making it complicated. That means there's so many more levels to work with. Anyway, now I think it's time to show off the secondary system's failure alarm. So, what the secondary system's alarm does is it helps. Yeah, I'll show you here. So let's say we have 1, 1. We put that. That light goes on. We fix that. It's all good. Everything's working. If you want to go away, you hit the reset circuit. You do not click this again. If you do click it again, like this, that light goes on and those doors automatically open. That's what this light is showing, is when you see this redstone dust, that automatically opens the doors when there's a minor or a major systems failure. To disable this, you just press that button and this light should go off, but the thing is, because the minor systems failure is still going on, that means the door cannot be closed. Now, I'll show you what a minor systems failure looks like. This is what it looks like. Usually, here, I'll just show you with this one. This is the secondary systems input. All these go down. Redstone signal goes over. Hyperextends these pistons. Everything goes forward. Everything's nice and fine. It's good. But if you do that twice, like I did here, then these pistons retract. Actually, this is... Anyway, it still would have happened if this was a sticky piston for some reason. It only retracts this one and not these two blocks. And so what I've done is I've attached this gray block onto this sticky piston, because if you press this button again, the minor systems failure, what'll happen is this. It's a horrible thing. This really quick. There are a few bugs I'm still working out with this whole system. You see, as if I go back over here, you'll hear beeping. This light has gone on to show that the brake circuit has automatically gone on, just to ensure that you don't screw it up even further. And this is blinking, everything's commotion, it's horrible. So, the reason this is a major systems failure is because there is no lever you can pull to make this all better. You have to manually go in here and fix it. This is regular, this is sticky, and you need remember to replace that redstone dust out. You'll probably forget that, and it sucks when you do. There we go. Reset it back to default position. There we go. Now, actually, get rid of those as well. I think that's good. One of the search functions extends these two up. Doesn't extend it. De-extends it. I don't know. Disables these two pistons, I guess that's what you'd say. And the alarm would shut off, the brake circuit would turn off as well, and you'd have full control of the whole system again. Just know that this is disabled. There's a light in the that turns on in that big room right there, which I'll show in a few minutes. But that is the secondary systems alarm, which has saved me a lot of time and a lot of mishaps. There is also a light in the diagnostics room, which will turn on or start blinking whether or not it's a major or minor systems failure, just like this light is. Door lock, release that. This is the systems, or I don't know, the room where all the indicator lights are. This is just another thing I am currently working on. It's gonna just display some more things, so on. So this shows all sorts of things. Power system is on. Ships functions are enabled, but they're not active. You can disable them in the catwalks, which I will show you again. There's the door to the catwalks. Brake circuit is not on. Lights are not disabled. Safe room protocols are not activated. I will do that later. Safe room open. It's not open. Elevator door and control room override. Secondary systems failure alarm disabled. That's what I was showing you before. That's one of the ship's functions. Secondary systems failure minor and secondary systems failure major, and diagnostics in progress. These lights right here, I have not hooked anything up to them quite yet. These top ones, I am thinking about hooking up the ship's functions to them, so it'll show which ship's function is enabled. And oh right, the safe room. Where's that? Yes, this is what I was talking to. Now that there's no systems failure, secondary systems failure, you can now disable this. That light turns off, and that will close. Door button. That doesn't last too long, so after you hit that button, make sure you immediately start to try and go out that door. So, safe room. Actually, I'm gonna clear the inventory. Safe room. That is the first one. Ship's functions. The ship's functions also automatically puts on the X coordinate, so you don't have to go with this thing. There we go. When I turn, there's also, I'll show you that later. that on. That opens a door. This door right here, to be exact. There's nothing in these chests right now, but you could put armor, weapons, flint and steel, really anything. If we pull that, that door closes, and if you're running from intruders, close that, that door closes. Let's see, you've gotten everything. Then, when you pull this lever, these stairs will go down, lava will dispense from here, and it'll start to go there, and these will pull back. These will also close as well. And a 3x3 iron wall will extend in front of this. So, I press that, quickly. Now you can close that, and close that. I'm actually going to replace that with a button. This lever and that lever do the same thing. What they do is they extend all these iron blocks forward. And there's no regular pistons, not sticky pistons. As you can see, they all are extended. And I'll replace that later. So, now, I'll show you. Oh yeah, in the catwalks, that round button right there will also activate the safe room. This catwalk right here goes down, that goes to the layer that controls, or the Y coordinate, I should say, that controls ship's functions. You can also disable ship's functions right there. That lamp right there shows that ship's functions are enabled. But I can go down there and change that anytime. This one goes to that door in the lights room, or signal room. I'm not sure what that's called. Signal room? Yeah, I'm gonna call it signal room. That sounds cool. Kind of. Open this. And I will show you what that looks like from the outside. Well, I need to fix that. A 3x3 piston wall should have extended like this, but it didn't. Unfortunately. I wonder why that is. Oh, see, it didn't extend. Huh. I think that was the problem. Anyway. 3x3 piston extends, this stays on, stays closed. All these go down, that closes, and there's a wall of lava here, preventing you from getting inside. Luckily I'm in creative mode and I can just flip that over again. There we go. That's everything. There's stuff in there. I will fix that thing later. There we go. Add a. You can see it takes a lot of manual resetting to reset the safe room. That's why I don't do it really that often. Really, it's just here for more aesthetic purposes, not aesthetic, just roleplay. In case you ever feel like doing that. It's more just for fun as well. Putting it in. Okay, now here, no matter pressing this button here or pressing that button that's attached to that lamp will retract to this piston. what you have to do is you actually have to manually go in here to turn off the safety. And there you have it. I think that's about everything. There's the door. Oh yeah, this closes that door. And that's that doorbell I showed you about. That turns on. Yeah. These levers on the side do absolutely nothing. Not yet, anyways. I am thinking about having those levers, when you press 1, then it starts to automatically use the machine, so you don't have to manually put in each input yourself. You just press the lever and it does all the inputs for you. This way are the door overrides. This one, for the elevator door, it just closes it, doesn't keep it open. This one, this lever will close it, and this lever will keep it open. The closed one overrides the open one, by the way, if you pull them at the same time. So, this one, no matter what you do, no matter what you do, the this door will not close, and if you do this one, no matter what you do, that door will stay closed. This one is already closed, so nothing really happened, but if you press those buttons that control the door mechanism, then nothing will happen, it'll just stay closed. Yeah, just don't mess there. Okay then, again, I think that's better, and this is just the catwalk to the other catwalk I showed you. Oh, this is elevator design kind of that I'm working on using the new 1.13 soul sand. Such. And it hasn't really been working out too well so far, but I'll fix that eventually. So this is the room, this is all of it. In another video I'll show you how it all works, but for now I think that's about it. See ya.